this. Okay, we're here for strength training for runners. Everyone's going to need a foam roller. We're not really going to foam roll very much, but we're going to use it for some different things. So please have it stand by. If you don't have one, a yoga block, a pillow, both of those things will work. Hi, Kevy. And we will get going here. So let's do this. You can have your foam roller to the side for now. I want everyone to have really good posture. And then let's start with hip hurdles like we always do. So come on with me here, standing really tall, lots of space here, and just only moving this 1 foot. All right, let's see who we've got here. Hi, John. Bye. Hi, Tracy and Lyle. Glad you're here. Hi, Allison. All right, Ellie, hi there. And Devlin's here. We've got a full house. This is good. All right, 3, 2, let's go ahead and switch sides. All right. So today I was walking Kevy and then she stopped so she could throw up everything in her stomach, which was fine. That's dog life for you, or ultra runner. I mean, same, right? And then she decided that she was done, that she was not going to boot and rally. She was just going to boot and stand there. So we were a mere 3 blocks from home, but I carried her home. So anyway, that was my first workout of the day, stopping there. All right, let's get back into our good posture. Hi, Lisa. Up close, Lisa. All right, so good posture means we have, instead of a big arch here, we have our pelvis tucked. We can tighten our glutes, and that means we're in the right position. And then let's just keep that good posture. Quick up and down, then we'll do the side to side. Hi, Maria. All right. So anyway, since I have carried Kevy home, she is just standing there like shell-shocked. I want to give her Pedialyte, but I know that's not a thing for dogs. Here we go. And she's not drinking water. So anyway, she's standing there, just standing there looking at me like, what do I do? Anyway, sick doggo. Hopefully she doesn't throw up in here. I was thinking about that. Hopefully that doesn't happen during class. All right, so just opening up through our chest here, standing tall. If your glutes are tight, that's great. You should feel like this is really comfortable on your back. Best posture you've had all day. And stop here. Let's do a quick squat and reach. And then come on back up. Good. While we have time here for these squats, we're making sure that our knees are not collapsing in, we're not wiggling out, and when we're down here, we're not like, whoa. So get into a good spot for you, get that reach, and then come on back up. Good. Hi, Deb. It's been a minute. Yay. All right. Let's see. Lisa has some advice. When my dog's sick, we give him rice and chicken broth. Yes, and pumpkin. She likes pumpkin. It's not pumpkin season, and I don't think we have any. That's a bad thing. Okay, but thank you, Lisa. That is good advice. All right. There's 2 Lisas on this call for the Lisa who did not give that advice, who's being thanked and is confused. All right, and stop here. Let's do some knee hugs. So if you're just joining the call and you didn't hear me when we first started, you're going to need a foam roller, or you could substitute a yoga block or a pillow for some of the things. We're not really foam rolling, but we're going to use it for part of our workout today. We're going to use it after this. Right now, we're doing some knee hugs, making sure you're not coming here. Always keeping this good posture. So the knee comes forward, then you can pull it in. Good. All right. Did I miss anyone? If I didn't say hi to you, it's not because I'm being mean. I just missed your square. All right. Glad you're all here. Couple more knee hugs, and then we are going to lie on the ground and do the same knee hugs. However, we're going to do it lying over our foam roller. So our foam roller will be right about just under the waistband of your pants, unless you wear them very low, that might be uncomfortable, but the foam roller should be somewhere that's comfortable. And then you'll have one leg that's extended. And what we're doing is getting a stretch to that hip. So hips are our focus for this month. So go ahead and get one side. Once you feel like, all right, that side got a little bit of a stretch, you can get the other side. And then switch, or just keep one side holding a little bit longer. We're going to do this for a minute. The idea is that as you exhale, you should feel like that extended legs heel is falling down towards the ground. You're relaxing, let it go. So you've got good stretch through that hip. It's we're letting it just fall over our foam roller. You can play with where your foam roller is, forward or backwards. You decide how it feels, but this should feel good. So if it feels like too much, you can always take that foam roller away or move it into a spot where it feels better. But again, this should feel like a good stretch in a good way. This is something that you could do before bed or in the morning after waking up, especially if you are a side sleeper, right? You sleep in a little bit of a fetal position, so you sleep with your hips closed up, right? So this is a way to open them up. All right, 5 more seconds, and then come on up to a half kneeling position. So half kneeling position. All right, so you can keep that foam roller, or you don't need it, but we are just going to glide our hips and open up through the chest with our foam rollers. If you have a pillow instead, if you don't have one in your wherever you are, you can absolutely just get your hands going up. The foam roller is nice. I don't know, gives something to do, gives your hands a place, but you absolutely don't need it if you don't have it. Good. So we're just getting a glide through this hip. Back stays in that good position forward. All right, and 5 more seconds. I'm going to switch to the other side. And go ahead, switch it up. So other knees forward, keeping that good posture and gliding that hip. Good. So we got a little bit of a stretch through the hip with the last thing we did. Now we're gliding, getting some mobility through our ankle and getting more movement through that hip joint. All right. Hopefully this feels good, not too hard. It shouldn't be hard. If this is hard, maybe it's time for you to take a rest day. Okay, come on down. Let's have our foam rollers in ahead of us. So we're going to flip our feet under. So your toes are getting a little bit of stretch. Then I want you to take your hands and walk them out or roll them out on your roller so that you're getting your hips are sitting back and your arms are coming long, getting a stretch through your back, stretch through your feet. And then come on up. We'll get a couple of those. If you want to open up your knees a little more, you'll get stretch through your inner thigh, groin area. Get in a position that feels good for you. If holding this feels better, that's great. I like working through the movements, doing dynamic movements before we do a workout, and then you can do movements that are longer holds for after a workout. That's a better way to do it. But 10 more seconds, getting in that sort of modified child's pose over your foam roller, or just you going onto the ground, whatever feels good for you. And 3, 2, all right, go ahead and onto your back. Keep the foam roller because we're going to put that between our knees so we can give it a squeeze. So this is the time, if you don't have a foam roller, you can use a yoga block or a pillow or your doggo. Hi, babe. Okay, so everyone's lying on your back. You've got something to squeeze in between your knees. If you don't have anything, you can just squeeze your knees and feet together. Otherwise, we're going to squeeze and lift, hold for 2, and come back down. All right, let's do that again. I'm going to count us 30 seconds here where we're coming up, squeeze, lift, and relax. So again, these are really good ones for warming up. I know it's already warm when we're going out for runs because it's summer, but still getting all the muscles that we're about to use warmed up in the ways we're using them is really helpful. We are not getting any younger, team, so let's keep our bodies moving well. Part of that, warm up. All right. And 3, 2, drop it down. Now, go ahead and put this foam roller out so you can have your legs extended and your feet are on it. So now you've got your heels on the foam roller, your legs are almost fully extended, and now you push down through your heels and your butt will lift up or not. Maybe it just comes up partially. It doesn't have to come all the way up off the ground. You can feel this in your hamstrings. So go ahead and do a couple lift and lowers. Then I'm going to change everyone's body position. So as you lift, I want you to really push your heels down and even a little bit towards your body. All right, so now that you're doing that, where are your big toes? If they are very far apart from each other, see if you can move them together. So see if you can get your big toes together. They're friends, they're buddies. And then keep this lift and lower going. If it feels good, the last 10 seconds, you can keep lifted. So here we go, our last 10 seconds. You can keep up on that lift, or you can continue with that lift and lower. You decide. All right, almost there in 3, 2, 1. Last warm-up thing with our roller is that we are going to do a plank where we have our hands on the roller. So obviously you can just do a regular old plank, no roller required. But if you have your hands on the roller, it's obviously an unstable surface, and you can either make it unstable or you can try and keep it as stable as possible. We're gonna go hold this for 40 seconds, starting now. Go ahead and get nice and long. Squeeze your glutes. Push that foam roller away, or the ground if that's where you are. If this feels like, no big deal, that's too easy, you can sort of move that foam roller. However, please no one smash your teeth today. It's a good day to have all of your teeth. Good. Lisa, I see you wiggling that foam roller around. No losing your teeth today. Excellent. We are 10 seconds away. So keep pushing. Good. And 3, 2, let's do those side planks and get this workout started. All right, we are at almost to the end of our warm-up. So side planks it is. We're going to do just 30 seconds per side. For those of you who are feeling like whoosh, or these are tough, do them from your knees. There is no shame in that. You can do them extended, great. Here we go. So you can lift and lower if you need to. You can stay holding up. You can get some motion in your lifts, whatever it is, you got this. All right, Miss Kevy, there you go. Come on, babe. Good girl. All right. How's it going out there? I'm still timing you, I promise. There is 5 more seconds, and then we're going to switch sides. All right. I see some really long bodies. That's what we're looking for. Switch sides, switch sides. Good. Whether you're tall or short, it doesn't matter. We don't want you scrunched up. We don't want your neck coming forward. Want everything in line. Go for it. You're on, you're on. Other side should be going. Good. All right. If your neck is in front of your body, you're putting extra strain on your shoulder. Pull it back. So everything should be in line. Nice deep breaths. Moving those legs if that feels good. Almost there. There's just, 6 seconds. We can do this for 6 more seconds, right? 3, 2, nicely done. All right, get a drink of water. Our drill set is just working on hips. So for our hip set today, we're actually, I forgot, still on the ground. So we're going to do 2 things. The first thing are tabletop hurdles. So those are hip hurdles, but made it more difficult so that we are getting some movement through our hip joint. We're going to be in this tabletop position, and we're only moving our hip. So it would be very easy to come swinging my upper body. I want that very still. So nothing's moving there, just getting as much range of motion. So when you're going back, I want you to try and get as back as far as possible, up and around as far as possible. This is tough. You should feel this all around your hips as you stabilize. The second thing we're going to do, you can do this against the wall, against your couch, or just in the middle of the room, but we are going to come up and over our foam roller. For some of you, that might be too high, and you can come up and over an invisible nothing, and that's fine too. The more elongated your back is, the more extended you are, the harder this is. Okay, so you can feel those different positions. Let's start in the tabletop. All right, so these are all hip stability and strength. Let's start in the tabletop. Everyone go for it. One side. I want your tabletop to be active. So when I say active, that doesn't mean just your hip that's moving. I want it to mean also that you're pushing the ground away, because as you push the ground away, you're not quite as stable. All of your core muscles are working to keep you in place. So that's what we're looking for here. Good. I'm looking at all of your hips, making sure they're not moving around. Oh, these look good. 3, 2, go right to the other side. Good. Can't see all of you. Some of you, I just see your head or the top of a ponytail, but the ones I can see, I am seeing really good, nice back position, which is what we're looking for. And big hip movement. Good, good, good. All right. So keep pushing the ground away. Makes you a little bit more unstable, makes you have to work. If this feels really easy, see if you can engage all the muscles, making it a little bit harder. All right, and 3, 2, let's switch this up. All right, so if you want to get your back fully against the wall, that is the hardest one. So see if you can do it. If that feels too tough, you can have a little bit of curve in your back and get your leg going up and over. But what we'll do is we'll do both legs. So here we go. You can just do one, open over, and then the other, up and over. All right, let's see it. I think you guys know what we're doing. Good. So play with where your back is, because truly, if you are exactly in this shape, it is way harder. I'm getting a face from Wendy that is maybe not like a, this is my favorite thing I've ever done face. Okay, some of you look like ballerinas and some of you look like you're concentrating really a lot. I love it. Both, both wonderful. All right, 5 more seconds and then we'll go back to those hurdles. All right, back to those hurdles. So maybe you learned a new exercise. Maybe you learned a little bit of a weak spot here. This one's tough because it takes total coordination sort of through this whole hip girdle. So that one can be really hard, especially if you're in the correct body position. All right, let's get back into our tabletop. Now, don't let yourself sag. Come on up, pushing that ground away. Your shoulders are directly over your hands. Let's go. All right, big hip motion. Good, big hip motion. All right. Don't forget your breathing here. It's easy to sort of hold your breath to try and keep yourself steady. Don't need to do that. 5 more seconds on this side, and then we're going to the other side in 3, 2, go ahead and switch. Go right to the other side. All right. Right to that other side. All right. Big weekend coming up for Ultra U athletes. I'm so excited. I have 2 athletes racing timed races, a 6-hour race and a 12-hour race. And I have athletes starting at 180-mile FKT, which is amazing. And 3, 2, stop there. Okay, just like that, we are on the last thing of this hip movement drill. We're into this sitting. If getting up and over your foam roller was impossible, don't even worry about it. All right, here we go. Anyway, I heard from one of them that it was very good timing about my sending out that do you feel bad or versus feeling bad for yourself. So if anyone is feeling bad for themselves lately, think about if you're feeling bad for yourself. It's a good one. It's a good distinction, I think. Not saying you shouldn't feel all the emotions, right? We can feel all the emotions, but we have some control, right? To redirect, not feel sorry for ourselves, but do what we can control. So Hopefully that's what my athletes will take into their long runs this weekend or all week, all next week, I should say. 3, 2, yes. Okay, put those foam rollers aside. We are on to our first set. So everyone get a drink of water. Our first set is the same first set as we did last time. Not that I expect you to remember, but I like this one a lot. It's a good one for hips. So we're doing it again. First thing, we are coming up from this kneeling position. So we're in this kneeling position. We've got our nice long bodies here, and we're going to come up. You can either come up this way to drive, or you can have one hand above, or you can even have your foam roller. This is the hardest one because you don't get to have your hands helping you out. It makes you have a little more work from here. And then the second thing is a single leg hinge hold. So that means we get into this hinge. We often get into a poor position. We change our position into a good position. Then we hold, really emphasizing this tight glute on this side. Okay, so everyone get ready. If coming up from this low lunge position is difficult for you, or having your knee down is difficult, do instead back lunges one side. All right, because we're going to do one side then the other. So everyone go ahead, get into your position. You're in a good kneel. Up if you want. Here we go. Yes. Awesome. I see some people flying up and some people getting some wiggles. I love that. If you are coming up with a wiggle like that, that is fine, right? You're challenging yourself. For those of you who are coming up like, no big deal, maybe you need to challenge yourself more, having a little weight overhead, we'll do that. So if you are getting some wiggles here, that's okay. Good. And go ahead and switch sides. I'm loving this one. Good. Switching sides. Here we go. All right. So don't expect the same result on the other side, right? This other side might be more difficult, especially in one of the first couple sets. All right, Maria. If you feel like, oh my God, am I even an athlete? I'm not saying that about you, Maria. You look very much like an athlete. But if that's the thing you're feeling in your head, that's okay. Slow it down. You got this. Or make it a little easier, right? Come here instead. Or just pretend you're dancing. And it's totally fine. All right, 3, 2, or not pretend. Just start dancing instead. Done, done, done. All right. Done with those. Good. Second set, remember, these are the holds. So we're going down. Doesn't matter if you're in a poor position. We'll have 30 seconds to readjust your position. Really tighten that glute. We're going to try and stay in that position. Here we go. So come on down. Trying to get that back leg long. Hip is parallel to the ground. Glute is tight. You should feel this in the planted leg. Good. If you feel like, oh my God, I can't hold this, come back up and come back down. That's totally fine. You can readjust your position. The trick is just keeping hips parallel to the ground, not open. 3, 2, nicely done. All right, let's reset and re-go. Here we are. I don't think re-go is a word, but let's go again. That, my friend, is a word. Okay. A phrase, whatever, you know. You can tell I'm not doing very well in Wordle lately. There's good reason for that. All right, here we go. Are your glutes tight? Okay, the standing glute, probably not. That one's a hard one to contract. I can't even do it. We're contracting that extended leg. That's the one holding us up. We're holding up that leg. So now that's really getting the workout. 3, 2, done. All right, so that was one time through. Our balance set, we always do twice. So let's get back down, reset to our lunge. Now, if you had one side that was very special and had lots of room for opportunity, why don't you start there so you can finish feeling like a superstar, okay? So if you need to switch your sides, go ahead. Here we go. Oh, well, that was beautiful. Everyone nailed that first set, or I didn't see you, and that's great. If you're thinking, okay, she must not see me, then no one was dancing or using up more than, a third of their screen. That's good. That's a success. All right, let's see it. As you come up, a good exhale. These are like party tricks we're doing here. And switch sides. A weird party, but party tricks nonetheless. Here we go. Let's do it. Good. If you exhale as you come up, see if that helps. Because then you're braced at the bottom with your breath. Exhale. Good. All right, last one. Good work. Okay, last time through with these hinges. So everyone get in nice tall position. Again, if you want to start on the leg for opportunity, great idea. Here we go. Back leg comes out nice and long. Some of you can see, if you're looking at me, you can see that I am not fully in this position. That is really tough for my hamstring. Don't have the mobility. So you can see for me, sort of the end is here. I'm not fully parallel, and that is okay. That's what I can do. For some of you, you're getting fully parallel. That's great. You do not need to be lower than that. No need for that. No dipping bird. You're not trying to get your head to the ground. That is not the goal. 3, 2, switch sides. All right, switch sides. So as you come down, keep that hip closed. Once you get into the position, find a spot on the ground, lock eyes with your carpet. It's love. Don't look at the dust bunnies. They haven't done anything to you. I mean, okay, they have. Don't look. Maybe close your eyes, although that might knock you down. Back, the glute on that extended leg is tight. Think about your glute instead of dust bunnies. 3, 2, nicely done. All right. Cool. Let's do our first set. So our first set, for those of you who have weights nearby, I want you to use them. We're doing squats. You have done body weight squats with me forever, or even just a month, you can add some weight. So the squats we're doing, we're going to come down and then stay for 1, 2, 3, and push up. When we push up, we come up to tight glutes. We really try and push the ground away. So that's the first thing. Second thing we're going to do is widen our stance a little bit. Make sure our feet are pointed forward, knees forward. We're going to come down into this side, but instead of coming up, we're not doing that. We're going to come low, 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 and try and stay nice and low. Our inner thighs will be like, but I thought we were friends. And you're going to be like, this is how I show friendship. Sorry. Then we're going to do ab get-ups. Those are when we are at the bottom of the Turkish get-up, one knee up, one arm up, and we're coming here. Okay, I'll show us more when we get there. So first things first, grab a weight if you have one. Let's do our squats with a 3 count at the bottom. Here we go. Come on down. 1, 2, 3. Push the ground away, tight glutes. That's it. Come on down. 1, 2, 3. Push the ground away. All right. If 3 count is hard for you, do a 2 count. I'm not going to keep counting, so everyone can have their own timing here. But I want you to make sure you're getting as low as feels good for you. And then really pushing up into this fully tall position, not this position. Making sure you're not in like having like a weight in a cradle position, totally tall, glutes tight. All right, keep this up for just 5 more seconds. Oh man, I missed a bunch. Done. All right. If you want to, you can keep the weight for these. It will definitely make it harder, but why not? That's why we're here, right? So our stance is a little bit wider. Check your feet. They should not be pointing out. They should be pointing directly in front. Here we go. Side, side. Oh yeah, that's it. Side, staying low. If the staying low part feels like this is terrible death, come up, it's fine. No one cares? I'm not gonna call you out on it. But if you stay low, makes it harder on all the things. It also points out where we're lacking mobility. So that's just mean and terrible. But you can stay low, do it. We've got, oh, just 5 more seconds to go. 3, 2, whoosh. Okay, I'll show you one more time for those get-ups. If you know what they are, you can get on the ground. If not, the same arm and leg are up. The other arm is at 45-degree angle. Then you push up and then roll down slowly so you're not plunking yourself down. We are going to do 3 per side. So everyone get ready. I will lead us. You have a weight and want to use it? Awesome. Have it in that hand that's up. Here we go. Here's 1. Look up, all the way pushed up to tall, and then come on back down. No plunking. Nice and gentle with yourself. Here's 2. Good. Come on down. And let's see it, everybody. Oh, beautiful. I sound like I'm just going to sing a patriotic song. Yes, that's perfect. Good. Go to the other side. So 3 on the other side. Everyone's doing it. The same, you're changing so that the same arm and leg are up. That's the one way to make this one wrong. If you have opposite arms and legs going, you want just the same side up. The arm that's out, the one that's laying flat on the ground, that one's allowed to help, you know. I have a bunch of really type A people on this call, and I know you might think, no, I'm gonna do fine without it. That's fine, but you're allowed to use it. So once everyone got 3, which I think you did, because I see everyone standing up, let's come on back to our squats. All right, grab your weight if you're doing it, grab your cat if they allow it, whatever you've got. Getting in a good squat position. So your good squat position may not have your feet perfectly forward, but I want you to just check yourself for a second that your feet are, your arches aren't collapsed and your knees aren't in. So if you are finding yourself here, twist them out. You got some tension here. Now let's go for it. Here we are. Come on down. 1, 2, 3, push it back up. All right, it's on your count. So if you don't want to do 3, that's fine. If you have a lighter weight or no weight, you want to hold it down a little longer to challenge yourself. I'm not going to say anything. You got this. Good. Really push. Think about it as pushing the ground away. So you really use your heels and then push everything up. Squeeze. You got this. Good. And 5 seconds. So maybe this is the last one here. Well done. All right, so keep the weight or not. You've had 1 time through of this very low side to side move. This is the one though where we want our feet forward. If our feet are out, we're gonna put some pressure on our knees that we don't want. So feet are forward. Let's do this. 30 seconds, trying to stay low if you can do it. If this bothers you, don't do it. And if it really bothers you, like you can't figure out a good modification, rest. My gosh, it's just 30 seconds. You're allowed to rest. That's part of it. That's part of working out. So that is totally fine. Otherwise, we are almost there with 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, nicely done. All right, get ups. Let's get down so we can get up. First things first, good proper position. And if you have a weight, even if you want to use 5 pounds, that's a great way to start. 15 pounds, awesome. 30 pounds, you might be laying on the ground for a while, but that's okay. Let's do this. Here we go. 1, 3 per side. Come down nice and slow. Here's 2. If you're doing them much faster than me, you need a weight up in your hand. And here's 3. Good, nice and tall. And come on down nice and slow. Controlled. Switch sides. All right, here we go. Up, up, up. And relax. Good. Everyone's looking like the Statue of Liberty. Here's 2. If she was able to take a seat, that is. but she got a shitty contract, no breaks, no sitting. Come on up, this is number 3. All right, and come down nice and easy, relax. Woo, all right. Super abs, nice control. Let's go back to our squat. So this is our 3rd time through, last time through. So grab the weight if you want to. If you're not using weight, this class is advertised as not needing it. So that is just fine. But I know that many of you are working out a bunch, so you can do it. Get into good squat position. Everyone should have their glutes tight right now. Okay, let's go. Come on down, holding for 3, and glutes tight at the top. You got this. Good. If your 3 is slower than my 3, that's fine. If it's quicker than my 3, that's fine too. I want you to get into a position that's comfortable for you and hold it for a time that feels right for you, not overdoing it. If it starts feeling like, oh, that's killing my knees, we don't want to do that. Want this to be challenging, but also fun. 3, 2, nicely done. All right. And let's go for that side to side. Feet forward, knees forward, eyes forward. Let's go. Staying low if you can. Yee. Now my muscles are like, wait a minute. Come on, body. Good. No one needs to be smiling during these. There's not a lot to smile about on these, but if you want to, you fake yourself out that these are fun. All right, 5 seconds. 3, 2, done. Okay, on your backs. Everyone going for 3 on each side. Again, if you're getting right up, no big deal. Add something in your hand. You must have something around your house that's 5 pounds or so, or you can just balance something in your hand, see how that goes. You're on, going for it. So I saw a good picture that was basically a matrix of recovery modes, and it had the modes of recovery by their effectiveness and expense. So basically it had in the expensive column things like massage, in the expensive but also effective column was massage, having a good mattress. Hey, everyone should have 3 on one side, I'm going for the other. A low stress job, obviously that is not something everyone can afford, but that's in the high expense, high give back for recovery. And then of course, really good nutritious food, which is also can be very expensive in our country. And hopefully everyone's in our last one. But the cheap solutions that are also effective, I wrote them down: socializing, hydration, sunlight, time outside, days off from workouts, and sleep. So if you are getting in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 to 6 of those, yes. Okay, but if one of those is sunlight and you're not getting that, I hope you can go outside, even in Portland. All right, so anyway, I thought that was a good one. And it made me think, if you guys have some sort of recovery secret that you want to tell everyone that's both inexpensive and feels like it's effective, put it up here. All right, could be anything. I'll share mine too. So 3rd set, last set, we are going to do our power set. So we're going to do a squat and then back together. So this one has a little more oomph in it, also targets the hips. We got to push this all back up. If you are not doing jumping, then you are going to duck under, come right up that way. Okay, so we'll do the squat together, and then we're going to come down into a low squat, hands down, plank. Low squat, plank. Now I'm jumping back, but if you're not jumping, I want you just to have your hands down and then foot back, and then come back. All right, so we're staying nice and low for that one. We'll just go from that low squat to plank. Try not to get woozy. All right, so we'll start with our squat togethers. So everyone go ahead, get in tall posture. Here we go. So it's squat together. Yes, good, good. And you're doing duck under. If you're not jumping, totally great. The idea here is nice and slow on the way down, and then quick push everything up on the way up. 10 more seconds. Nice. This looks good. And 3, 2, nicely done. All right, so now we're going for those low squats to a plank. If what I showed you looks like your version of some kind of hill, don't do it, just hold a plank. Otherwise, we're coming into this low squat, hands come down, feet come out, plank, jump it back. So you decide if you're jumping from this plank to squat truly, or just do the plank only. Everyone will still love you very much, or you can rest. Also a good idea. All right, yes, I see some of you like, hi. You can do jazz hands in the middle, that's great, but pop it back, pop it back. Good, we're making sure body stays long. Last 5 seconds. 3, 2, nicely done. So when I said body stays long, what I'm saying is we're coming down here and getting our hands down, not plump, not falling like that. Okay. All right. This is where everyone should be thinking of their recovery secrets that are inexpensive and effective. Put them in the chat. Okay, let's do this again. Everybody ready? Squat together and then into our squat plank. Here we go. Good. I'm not going to give us a break between these and the squat to the plank. So if you need a break, take it. That's great. All right, we got one response so far. All of you guys have to do some sort of recovery activity. I know it. Don't keep your secrets to yourself. Tell me about your tea or your bath or your cross training. 3, 2, all right, come on down. Flip it back, plank. Maybe it's like a Tuesday date with someone in your family or reading to your pet. I don't know, I'm making stuff up now because I want you to tell me. I'm trying to jog your mind. 5 more seconds of this. 3, 2, yes. All right, gonna go through it one more time. And then I will read what you guys are saying because I'm seeing more people now. All right, so back to nice and tall, glutes tight. Before we start our squats, we always want to be in that good position so that we can end in that position. Here we go. Squat together. Good. All right. Good. I love the one that says socialization as a recovery tool. They found that during training camps, when people are together, it's good for recovery, or just even hanging out with teammates after sports, whatever the practice is, helps with recovery instead of just going into the next thing. So that is really cool. I wish this was socialization, not quite, but this is also a workout. You can't do both, right? 3, 2, done. Go right into the last thing. If you want to hold a plank and hold the plank only, that's fine. If you're jumping from one to the other, you're on, go for it. I am going to read some ideas for what to do after this. Ooh, here we go. Hot bath and pet snuggles. Oh, but not at the same time. Good idea, Lisa. Hot bath, that is very inexpensive. 10 more seconds. And not available to everyone because not everyone's house has it, but a good idea. 3, 2, all right. Done, done, done. I will read the rest. But in a second, everyone take a quick break. Catch your breath. Get in a couple big breaths. And then we are going to do a walk where we work on our hamstrings, scooping up. So when you're ready, get Nice long body. Try and keep your head as far from your hips as possible and get your walk on. All right, other thing, hammocking for excellent cheap recovery, feet up and outside with nap potential. I love that, Bex. Neighborhood walks in the early morning. Sarah, that's a good one. They have found waking up to early morning light is really good for you and helps set up good sleep that night. Meditation, Tracy, I love that idea. That would be something that I have to work very hard on. Walking dogs is another one. And then some vinyasa flow stretch moves, which is a great idea. You can find those on YouTube. All right, let's switch our cool down thing here. Let's just forward fold, get our fingers, arms, everything dangling out. We're going to do one walkout from here. So go ahead and walk your fingers out, stopping in a little bit in that wherever you feel your calves getting a stretch, stopping there and pushing your hips up. Give your calves a second there to relax into that position. Then go ahead and finish your walk. When you get to a good plank, drop your hips down and then just relax on the ground. You will be in this low cobra position. And this is where you can take your chest and push forward. Feels like your elbows are pulling towards your body. Deep breath in and out. You should feel like your neck is super long. You should feel sensations of badassery right now. You should feel inspired, I hope, to do something amazing and have some good recovery, right? So one of the things on the recovery that's cheap and effective, hydration. So please get some electrolytes after this. It's pretty warm. They don't have, I'm not talking Gatorade, you can make your own with water and some sea salt, a little bit of maple syrup and a squeeze of lemon, and you are done. And speaking of done, you are done. Push it all up. If your foam roller is nearby, guess what? That's beautiful synergy. You can foam roll right now while we're hanging out, or you can do that socialization piece and say hi to me. So I will stop recording. All right. Oh, thank you, Tracy, about Kevy. Yeah, she needs some chicken broth.
Something. Lots of love to Kevy.
What did you say about Kevy?
I said lots of love to Kevy.
I know. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to teach her to hug, to cuddle with an ice pack. That is not working.
Yeah, but the chicken broth is a good thing. We always use rice and chicken broth, or just plain boiled chicken for my dog.
Yes, I'll have to do that. See if I have any broth. Anyway, thank you for all the ideas. Anyone else say hi? Ellie, are you good?
Yeah.
Yes.
Am I good?
Yeah. Are you good?
I'm running again, which is good.
What? That's huge.
Yeah, I'm running again. Sometimes 2 days in a row, which is
oh my God. Yay. I'm so happy to hear that. I can't say enough yays.
I'm very happy. I was just like, who knew it was going to take 6 months, but here we are.